So you talk about the family. I think the family is the most important unit of the society because they from family get to society, society from the country. Now, if you look at our history, it's like women are playing a very important role in this aspect because most of the kids have been trained by their mothers. They always tell you, we the boys are always used to very much close to our mothers. They teach us so many things. Now, most of the people that are committing violence in society, if you look at them, most of them lack that motherly love. Exactly. They are not trained by them. They are people whose parents are divorced, that the father and the mother are not together. So they have nowhere to go. Fathers go to work, they close very late. Sometimes even if they close, instead of coming back home to take care of the kids, perhaps they are busy hanging up or doing some other things. Now those people lack the family support that are normally given by women. So as a result of that, they always become almost neglect in the society because they don't have anybody to turn to whenever they need support. So as a result of that, they go into the society, in the community in which they live, do whatever it is that they want to do because they lack that strong foundation that are being given by their mother. So it's important that women are not left behind when it comes to peace building because they support the family, they teach us what are the goods and what are the bads in the society, and also some of things that we need to be very good citizens of our country. Coming to where we have certain countries, we've seen the role that women have played in most of those conflicts. We've seen the role that women play in Liberia. They played some very important roles when they're trying to when they were talking about the union of Liberia, they play some very important role. We've seen that they not only peacekeeping, that is the little that they will do. Whenever there are conflicts, it is women who will stay at home, take care of the wounded, take care of the kids, when we the men will be running away for our heads also. So women are playing some very important role in society. They are playing some key roles in peace building. So that is why at Ambassadors of Peace, we are not underestimating their effort.
If I just could complement that. Okay. When we define peace building, we define it as building a qualitative human relationship. A lot of things are happening, but it may not be an academic definition, but whatever definition you come from, peace building is about building qualitative human relationship. Now, human relationship at the highest level is between man and woman. So building that is itself peace building. So even promoting gender itself is peace building. Even if that's all you do, is peace building. Now, let's look at biasly, like you said, from the role of women in peace building. That was your question. Yeah. At the worst case scenario, when there is conflict, we assume the fighters are the men. We assume all the problem are the men. That's what we assume. But behind every man there is a mother, a sister, or a wife. Now, if a wife and a mother and a sister sit down there, that their son or their husband or whatever, and these are the ones that are mainly loved. There is no one you ask in this world, very few people. You ask, who do you love most? He doesn't say my mother, my wife, or my sister. My father and my brother always come at the last part. So if these are the ones we love most, and these are the ones that are promoting peace, then we can go well. But sometimes we sit there, there are cases, you sit down.
Sometimes before the wife, the mother, or the sister knows about what you are planning to do, the harm has already been done.
Good. So that's why we now saying is the role of the woman should be enhanced there, so that they know what you are planning to do. Because there is never a fire without at least some smoke. So the women should be able to realize what we call the causes of conflict, and then have that idea of how conflict are formed, so that when they see it being created, then they can use their motherly tie, their sisterly tie, or their wifely tie, and then try to resolve it before it moves out of that situation. And that's what we said at the worst case scenario. So at the best case scenario, when there is no conflict and trying to ensure it does not come, one of the causes of conflict theory argues that the conflict is caused by the denial of people access to satisfying their basic human needs. So if human beings did not have access to satisfy their basic human needs, or if they feel somebody is denying them access to the satisfaction of their basic human needs, then there will be conflict. In fact, violent conflict. And one of that basic human need is participation in decision makings, or decision that affects you. So if we do not include women in decision making, they are in conflict with us. If they should see us go into fire, they will see us go in first and hold our hand. And if we should take decision unilaterally and think they are just, anything at home, if our kids are going wrong, say it's your son. And then it's your son cause problem in the streets. Like Mandinka said, Farah and Jambakatang, senior Kubika, senior Kari. So, and the people, your neighbors, are all become part of the problem. So for us, when we talk about peace building, we said everybody, he said, if 4 people should hold a bag of rice, and 60% of that 4 are out, that is about 3.5, can the bag of rice move? Difficult. If we argue that 50% of the whole population, 50 to 60, are women, and we are the one holding the sky, so take the 60% of the women out, the sky will fall down. So if you want to make sure there is peace and there is qualitative human relationship, women must take their role. And that role is not enforced on them. It must come from their own personality, being trained. And that's what Youth Ambassadors of Peace strive to do.
Well, viewers, that does it for this edition of the Women Magazine. Till next week, have a wonderful week.
Yeah, it went well. I'm on my way back now, so I'll tell you about it when I get home.
Okay, well the kids are in bed and dinner's on. James? James? Can you hear me?
You don't have to be in a car to cause a crash. Think.
James.
The moment you know they're driving, kill the conversation.
This road safety film is presented by Land Rover One with Euromotor Services Gambia Limited. Euromotor Services is an independent Land Rover specialist and parts stockist, and we are the only appointed agent for Bearmarsh UK and the Range Rover Register in West Africa. Please drive carefully.
In the corners of my mind, I just can't seem to find a reason to believe that I can break free.
I made you breakfast.
I love you, but you make me sick.
Why are you staring at me like that?
I think you should make yourself more comfortable here.
He's my fiance and we're getting married in a few weeks, so you better get used to it. Get used to it, Alima.
Get your disgusting self out of my house now. Yes, baby, but I don't know how she got here.
Hi. You must be Jamal.
You know, Mom, there are some people who don't know who they are until they discover themselves.
I am not gay!
xalaat bokk na ci li gën a soxal doomi aadama xalaat pour jokkoo ngir sa